All right, Coach, just take your overall takeaways from this past weekend with Bemidji here at home.
Uh, really disappointed on Friday. Especially because after that great weekend against Tech, you're trying to build momentum.
Right.
Saturday, gave up 13 shots through 3 periods. Like that's a recipe for success for us. So, we didn't love the first period, challenged them a little bit. Thought the second and third were something to build off of. It's a funny year. Like we just can't seem to get everything going at the right time. And part of that's injuries. I mean, we had 11 players not practice yesterday. So we got to try. This is a good week for the off week. We're doing a team builder today instead of practicing. Yesterday was short because you only had 15 skaters. So you're just continuing to try to get the team in the right place at the right time for the right moment. And we've done that here in the past, and we just got to find a way to do it again.
Knowing that it is the off week now, I mean, is it mostly about getting healthy, or what's your plan for the next 10 days before you're back on the ice for a game?
Yep. Yesterday was edge work and skills. Today we're taking off. Tomorrow we're going to work on some special situations: 5-on-6, 6-on-5, 4-on-3. But we wanted to do that yesterday, but we can't when people aren't practicing. So hopefully we have all our guys back practicing, and the guys that are going to play in those situations. But it's a good week to work on situational things that maybe you don't have enough time to allocate to in a normal week.
And, getting the points on Saturday, I mean, it's kind of slow start to that game, but, what'd you see that, ended up, you mentioned the 13 shots, but ending up with the points, I imagine, was a small positive to take away from the weekend.
And the end of the game, you're down a goal. You're playing without Colby Enns, who broke, had an injury. Artem Schlane's not playing because he's hurt. I got Josh Zinger playing forward, and it looked pretty good. But to come back, you know what I mean, in that moment, to come back down a goal, to keep fighting in that game, that's what I took out of it. I mean, you could have easily said, wow, our first line center's down, or one of our power play D's down, one of our yada yada yada. But we just kept fighting, and that's kind of the mantra for this team. We just got to keep fighting.
What's the mindset specifically for the last 4 games, 2 series? You got Ferris, who's been in 8th, but they're dangerous a little bit, especially at home. So going into these last 2 weekends, what's the mindset of the team? Are you thinking about standings at all and sneaking into that top 4, or is it just keep fighting and doing the things you need to do?
Yeah, I mean, part of that's going to be out of our control. I think that the biggest thing is just getting your team playing the way you want to play, and trying to be healthy doing it. I thought we kind of were there against Michigan Tech the previous weekend, but then you're down a couple guys again, and we got to get our team back, we get our team healthy, and we got to get everybody playing at the best of their abilities. I mean, I think we probably have 5 to 8 guys that are underachieving, and you're not able to do what you want to do. So getting them back going, getting some of the weight off their shoulders, competing at the level that they have shown, because it's not like you're just wishful thinking. There's been guys who have proven it, shown it at this level that they're can be impactful players. And getting them back to being impactful players is to me is the most important part of these next 4 games. Whether you're at home or on the road, whatever, doesn't matter. Just be playing well at the right time.
The last thing, what's your assessment of leadership in the locker room at this point in the season? Guys like Artem and Andre who've been through it, and were a part of when you guys turned it on last year. Where's that at? Where do you
Great
see that?
leaders, great leadership, great And which is funny because you would think that a team that has talent, who's underperforming, you would think that there'd be something wrong in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what you would, like, great group of guys, great leaders. We're just not playing as well as we can. And but there's no pout. There's no. It's unique in that way, to be honest, because you'd think you'd be able to go, I can't, like there's so because you can't, that means they're still fighting, and as long as we're still fighting, we got a puncher's chance.